What's up everyone, it is Anthony from Heroes of Fandom, and today we are going to be comparing the Geartlinger and the Sentai gears from Zenkaiger to the Donblaster and the Avataro gears from Donbrothers. And we're gonna see which one's better, which one do I prefer. Let me know in the comments, which do you prefer? Do you already have a preference? Do you like the Geartlinger? Do you like the Donblaster? Which gears do you like? Let's look at, I guess, kind of the aesthetics of each of these blasters. So let's put this one aside for now. We're gonna take a look at the Geartlinger. Here's the Geartlinger. First off, I like this eagle look here. I really like the bird here. It's really, really cool, really sleek. I love the colors on this thing right here. This thing rotates, you spin this thing, which is fun. That's a fun gimmick to do. And I also appreciate these things, actually. I appreciate that you can actually stand this thing up. And I know that they do this in the show, too. In the cockpit of the Megazord, or the Mecha. Yeah, that's fun. That's an awesome way to display it. Of course, this side, they don't have any paint or anything here. And it's similar to the Donblaster that we'll be taking a look at shortly. But as far as holding it, though... so you put these two things there. I'm not a huge fan of holding this. Not that it's not a fun toy. It's a fun toy. It's just having this handle here. I feel like I should be holding this with both hands, like as I shoot. You know, like da, 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 da. You know, I don't know. That's how I feel like. Maybe it just feels too big, even though it's not big. It doesn't really fit in my hands, but like yeah, I don't know, that's just how I feel like I should be holding it with two hands, but you know, you obviously you got this thing to do, you know. If you got this thing to do, you can't hold it with two hands. So I don't know, it's kind of bulky in that aspect, I think. And how you put in the gear, you open this slot and you stick it in, so that's fun too. Okay, so now let's take a look at the Donblaster here. So this Donblaster is super sleek. I love the look of this. I really, really like the look. And I mentioned this in the unboxing of this video. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. But it kind of reminds me of the Gabu revolver from Geartlinger. The yellow reminds me of it, even though I'm pretty sure the Gabu revolver is more of a kind of goldish color. But this handle design also reminds me of the Gabu revolver too. But it looks nice. I like the sunglasses. I like this kind of sunglass effect that it's going on here. I like the kind of, are these stickers? I guess stickers that are on here. Appreciate this gold. Like the logo here. You spin this, which is fun. I love this here. You spin this and then this kind of goes in and out as you spin it, so that's fun. On the other side, similar to the Geartlinger, doesn't have any paints. You know, of course, I wish that they had the sunglass effect here, but you know, you got all these holes, you know, for screws and everything. So if you actually look, like the paint is on the opposite side of each other, so like, that's interesting. So you can actually, like, when you're displaying them, they can actually kind of be facing each other, which is kind of cool. And then when you're like holding them together too, you could even have them showing their painted part. So that's cool. Anyways, it's also got this fun thing here. It's got a blue button here you can press. So that's cool. And you stick the gear here, and when you try to get it out, you have to kind of pull this thing, which is also fun. It really, they really make it fly. When holding it, it just feels better in my hand than the Geartlinger does. I don't know, I don't feel like I have to be holding it with two hands. You know, I could just hold it with this hand and then, you know, spin this thing with the other hand. So I don't really feel like it's too bulky. It's actually really nice, really slick. So as far as appearance-wise goes, I prefer the Donblaster. I don't know, I love the look of this thing. It's so cool. Again, I do like the eagle head, and I do appreciate that this can stand by itself. Much easier than this. This doesn't really, like, if you try to like stand it, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll cooperate. I guess it kind of depends on how you, yeah. So if this is protruding out more, depending on how you spin the gear, it will stay. So yeah, you kind of have to watch out for that because otherwise it'll just fall. But it's still not as perfect as this one. But I still like the feeling of this. I like holding this better, and I really like the kind of ridiculous color scheme it has with the red and yellow, and then here we got the pink and green with the on the black. So it's very ridiculous here, but I love it, you know, as opposed to like just the red and black here. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so now let's get into the gears. Let's look at the gears, because yeah, there's a lot of differences here. So if we take a look at, oh, I don't know, let's say our 2 leaders here. So we got, if this can focus, there you go, Zenkaiger, the Zenkaiger Sentai gear, and the Donblaster Avataro gear. So yeah, I mean, very different, obviously. So, main difference is this one has like a little, I guess, kind of cardboard paper cutout of the Ranger, and it's just slapped on there with a plastic cover on it, and it has, you know, this you know, shuriken-like border there, versus this one, which is, there's no picture or anything stuck on there. This is all on the gear, and it's very sparkly, very nice, and this looks much more like a gear. This is, you know, this design actually makes it look like an actual gear. This is also a huge difference too here. On the back, there's actually, they got the logo here, they got the logo on the back of the Sentai, so of course it's gonna have the Zenkaiger logo here, and there's functionality to it too, so that's cool. This one does not. This one is just a one-sided gear, and yeah, when you flip it over, there's no sound or anything. It doesn't work. So there's that. So that's interesting. If we compare some legend ones, like we have Go Ranger and Go Ranger right here. So here's the Sentai one, Sentai gear, Go Ranger gear. What? The Go Ranger Sentai gear. Very cool, very nice and gold. So all the legend Sentai have gold. See, if you kind of like take a look at it, all of them have gold, as opposed to the main Zenkaigers, which have their respective colors. Here, like Rune, he has this blue, which is very nice, very sleek. I like that. And then here we got the Avataro gears. So when you compare the legend gears to the normal ones, or not the normal ones, the main 5, I guess you should say. Like here we got Saru Brother. Not any difference really, except obviously the picture on the front. Other than that, it's the same. But you know, these ones, you know, you got your different paint there. So if you want to compare more, we got Tokyuger and Tokyuger. But then we also have in the Donbrothers line, this one here, this pretty little thing. We got the Gear Alter, if that's what the name is. Gear Alter, I believe. So it's, I mean, if you compare these two just real quick, it's not vastly different. I mean, obviously the, you know, this shuriken part is different. And then also the sticker too. It's much more sparkly, and it has this kind of rainbow thing going on here. Whereas this one just has the Tokyuger logo in the back. So, you know, very nice if we compare it to the Sentai gear here. So still, you know, still very shiny, very sparkly. I love that. Gotta love your shine and sparkles. But yeah, so there you go. So in the Donbrothers line, there's going to be a lot more different options, because you got your Gear Alters, you got your regular ones, and then you also got the Robotaro gears, which has this gold shuriken background thing. So there's going to be a lot of options in the Donbrothers line. There's going to be a lot. As opposed to the Sentai gear line, you got these ones, right? You got the red ones here, these special red ones. So that's nice. But these are like just more like special edition Sentai gears. Like this one, was this one used in the show? I think this one and the Lupin Ranger one were used in that one special. I'm pretty sure the Lupin Ranger was, definitely, but I don't remember if the Power Ranger one was too. But anyways, we got the red Sentai gears, and then we also got the Stay Caesar gears, which I don't have. I have none of those, but they're the purple ones. They're pretty much like the evil Sentai gears. So that's cool. So those ones were used in the show, but only mainly by Stay Caesar. While as, you know, these ones, all these ones, you know, all of these are used by the main heroes of the show. So, and there's going to be a lot more. So as far as aesthetics go, purely aesthetics, I prefer the Sentai gears. So I really like the uniqueness of it. You know, you got a very unique, you know, gold print on it. It's unique because it's kind of like you got like a shadow effect going on, and I don't know. I think that's just really cool. They go really well with each other. You know, you got all the gold ones there, and then you got the main team of Zenkaigers, which are distinct from the legend ones. You know, you got your blue paint here, you got your white paint here, and then, you know, all the other respective rangers have their respective colors too. I like the logo in the back, but I think these ones are just much more unique in my opinion. And look at that shine. That shine is nice. And then, as you know, especially on the back too. So on the back, you know, you got the logo here. And it works. It works. I mean, I can't really see them doing the logo anywhere here. I think having the number there is pretty cool. But, you know, you got the number, or not the number, the logo here on the back, which makes it even more playable too, compared to, you know, oops, that went, that flew away, compared to like one of these Avataro gears. So we're going to take a listen to some of the sounds in these blasters with some of these gears. They are cross-compatible though. The gears are cross-compatible, so we'll also be taking a look at those too. But we're just gonna listen to some of the sounds alone. I'm not gonna be taking a look at everything. But check out my unboxing videos if you want to see all that. But let's just turn these on. So first, here's the Geartlinger. So we got lights up here too. The yellow lights. This one has no lights. There's nowhere for lights, so that's one thing to note. But let's turn it on. Okay. So one thing about the sounds in both of these things, very distinct from each other. Very, very different. The sounds in this one are more like kind of give off a retro Sentai vibe, kind of like a Go Ranger-esque kind of vibe. While this one, you get a bunch of like Japanese folklore kind of tunes here because, you know, Momotaro is a Japanese folklore, so that's something to note too. Very distinct from each other, which I like. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna henshin right now. We're gonna use the Zenkaiger gear and the Donblaster gear, respectively, for both of these. So let's try it out. So we open this. It does make a sound when you open. Stick it in there, and you close it back up. So it fits nicely in this slot. So then we turn this. So that's cool. I like the spinning. And it says Yonjugo Ban, which is 45. So that's cool. But let's hear. Okay, and then it says Zenkaiger. And then it does more things, I believe. So that's fun. Special attacks there too, so that's cool. And then we can also flip this thing over, which is something that the Avataro gears cannot do. So that one's a Sentai Gatai. The other ones, these guys right here, they you know, they have a sound where they transform into their big selves. But we're just gonna take a look at this one here. Love this sound. This one's cool. So yeah, so that's what that does, pretty much. Now let's take a look at the Donblaster. So we're gonna use the Don Momotaro gear here. So we put this in. No sound. Doesn't make a sound when you put it in. But we're gonna spin this. We spin this once. Maybe twice. I don't know. You have to spin it, you know, well enough, I guess. And then we spin it a few more times. Spin it one more time. Oops. Come on. Oh, wait, no. You blast it. Sorry. So yeah, there is a unique sound for Don Momotaro, just like Zenkaiger. So that's cool. The other team members also have a unique sound too, so that's cool. There's this thing, but I don't think all of them do a different thing. It seems like all the Sentai gears that I have, they just do the same thing. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if that's actually how it is, but yeah, it'll keep making that sound until you don't do anything. So you gotta do something. So I like the party time thing. I like that it's a... I love the air horn. That's cool. So then it does this. Love this sound. So then when you take it out, you do this thing, and it just flies out of there, which is fun. As far as the sounds go, I think I like the Donblaster's sounds a little more just because of how unique they are. They're more catchy to me, at least. And I do like the build-up with the spinning here. When you spin it, the music gets faster, or, you know, it's building up to that moment where you have to transform, right? I love that. I love that build-up. But anyways, let's try the Legend gears now. So we're gonna try Go Ranger in our Geartlinger. I like that. I like that noise. Okay. And I believe all of the Legend gears make that sound, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure, actually. I think, I want to say they do, because I did try the Lupin Ranger one recently, and I'm pretty sure that it does. But if we spin it, or if we turn it around, I should say. That's fun. That's cool. I like that. Ooh. Yo, my gear just flew out of that thing. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. So it does seem that the Sentai gears have a lot more functionality. Like, one Sentai gear has more functionality than one Avataro gear. That's what it seems like. But let's try this in the Donblaster. One important thing to note here is actually all of the pre-Zenkaiger Sentai gears make the same sound, except for the name, obviously. So if we try, let's say Pat Ranger right here, it's going to make the sound that came from the changer, which means the versus changer from Pat Ranger. So let's try it. So there you go. You got the same sound from the versus changer when you turn into a Pat Ranger. So that's cool. I like that a lot. However, that's really all it does. Forgot to show the blaster sounds. So this one has more of like a, I don't know, powerful, I guess, sounding blast. While this one sounds more like a laser tag gun. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I like it. These gears are cross-compatible. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our... we'll take the Tokyuger gears. We'll swap them. And we're going to try them out. So, first, let's try the Avataro gear with the Geartlinger. Okay. So you got a unique sound there, but that's pretty much what it does. You can't flip it over. That's it. You just can't. It doesn't work. We're gonna try the Sentai gear. That's so cool. I love that. That's awesome. So yeah, it makes exactly the same sound. Of course, you cannot... Well, actually, what if you do this? Okay, I figured so. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it makes the same sound as if you were to just flip it over. It doesn't matter how you put it in. It's going to make the same sound. So overall, as far as the blasters go, I still prefer the Donblaster just because of the sounds that it makes. I really like the sounds that it makes. I love the uniqueness of the Japanese kind of folklore kind of tunes. I like that it makes sounds from past changers, even though it's just from Gokaiger and on. That's still really cool. I would imagine a lot of engineering would have to go into this thing if they made, 46 different sounds. But this thing will have a lot of sounds. This thing is supposed to have a lot of sounds, which means a lot more gears. On the other hand, the Geartlinger, I mean, it's still cool. It's still really cool. But like I said, the appearance, the sleekness of it, the how it feels in your hands, and just the sounds overall, I think the Donblaster has that. Now, the gears, like I said too, one Sentai gear has much more playability than one Avataro gear. So that's what it seems like, and that's why I feel like they're going to be releasing a lot more gears. I mean, there are going to be a lot more Avataro gears, because one Avataro gear doesn't do as much as one Sentai gear, so they're going to have to make more Avataro gears to make up for those sounds. And on top of that, they're going to have, all these alters, all these Robotaro gears, so that's even more gears. So, but as far as like the playability, how they look, I prefer the Sentai gears. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you prefer Sentai gears or Avataro gears? Do you prefer the Donblaster or the Geartlinger? Let me know all that. I'm very curious as to what the Toku fandom, the Sentai fandom, thinks of that. But I hope this was kind of helpful. This video was more for myself and just trying to see what the differences are and what kind of playability these things have. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please follow us on all of our social media down in the description below, and also please make sure to subscribe to the channel because we will always have Toku stuff, lots of other stuff on this channel. We got a lot here. So once again, thank you so much, and we will see you all next time.